Then he moved quickly, patting his wallet pocket, smoothing his jacket, fussing with his do. I was dizzy. I was nauseated. See, he wouldn't be fussing with his do if you put that magic shade in that damn carcaline jar like I told you to. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Today's looky is our TT Unicorn Turban. This is the gray rendition. Oh, looking like a disco ball. Don't you just want to throw sprinkles of glitter and dust in the air? And if you are not already a part of our book club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee, you babies, yes you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's finish talking about the Untold story, Bury Me in Motown by Sugar. I worried about Smokey, so cute, so charming, so talented, as he started to come into his own professionally. I was concerned that the attention he was getting would turn his head. So far, his absolute adoration of Claudette had been all we'd ever heard from him. In fact, after he courted her relentlessly, she finally accepted his marriage proposal just after the move to Hitsfield. Barry had first concentrated on making Eddie Holland a star, and then he'd taken up the crusade for Marv Johnson, whose early success had changed the course of destiny for everyone on board. After a few more releases from Marv, including You Got What It Takes, a controversial misunderstanding among Barry, Marv, and United Artists would contribute to the untimely deterioration of Marv's career. And so it would fall to Smokey to be the first to truly fulfill Barry's star-making dreams. A developing triple threat artist, Smokey was a performer and a writer who would soon prove himself a worthy producer with The Miracles, Way Over There. With this release, he would emerge as a lasting leading light in the company. Remember your wife, I would say. Those green eyes of his had been wandering. Claudette is gorgeous, and she loves you, and she is worth more to you than any of these girls put together. Trust, I'd remind him, with the most valuable commodity in the relationship. Look at me and Barry. We trust each other 100%. No, dummy! You trust him, dummy! He don't even like you, girl. He don't even like you. He don't even respect you, girl. He don't respect you. But trust or no trust, by the spring of 1960, with Carrie almost a year, Barry and I were still unmarried. Mama and Daddy had long been up in arms about it, and now that I had Carrie's future to think about, I simply had to insist. Have a baby by Barry Gordy, be a millionaire. But, after 18, you're going to be fucked up, okay? You're going to have to come up, you're going to have to sell some body oils or some turbans, or some, fake Lee press-on nails, something. You're going to have to do something, girl. But at least you're going to be good for 18 years, all right? Just in case the nigga come with the booze. I simply had to insist. Gun shy after a failed first marriage, Barry really wasn't ready. But he also didn't want to lose me. And he accepted without a fight. Okay, let's be clear. What Barry did not want to lose was your expertise. Okay, Y'all tell me what you feel. I mean, I can be open, but I really don't think that he truly respected her as a woman because of how soft she was. Some people are so much of savages that if they see a fool, they will use one. Hence them niggas in jail. Watch them niggas in jail, girl. Neither of our prior marriages had been legally ended. So I was briefly delayed by arranging both divorces, which Barry's ex Thelma didn't really appreciate. So you gotta ask the ninja to marry you, okay? And arrange for his divorce from his ex-wife. Child, you think this marriage is gonna be real and solid? Girl, there's gonna be a price to pay. There's water, y'all. Y'all know I don't drink nothing but water. Robert Bateman driving the car, all right? You got both the Gordy parents, okay, Barry Gordy's parents, and you got both Sugar Ray's parents crammed into a car, okay? The wedding is set, all right? They driving downtown to Toronto so that they can do it in one day. That was smart, okay? Because you know, like here, go to get your license, and then you have to wait a day, then you come back, right? But in Toronto, you didn't need to do that, right? So they all headed towards Toronto to get this thing done so that they can hurry up and get it done, you know, just in case Barry Gordy change his mind. Barry in the car, sweating. Okay, not just because, you know, it's like 80 of them in the car, right? But he in the car sweating, okay? He like, oh, Jesus. I can't do this. I can't do this. Stop the car. Stop the car. This ninja is hyperventilating, okay? Raynoma is sitting there calm, right? Raynoma's parents is silent. Look at this nigga. I see you. So now he hollering because ain't nobody taking him serious because he's, you know, panicking, you know, hollering, stop the car, right? Next minute he goes, I gotta pee. I gotta use the bathroom. God, let me out this car. Robert Bateman stops the car, okay? People sitting in there. 5 minutes then pass. Wait a minute, this is getting uncomfortable, okay? The people are trying not to show, oh shit, this nigga done sprinted. He done sprinted on Raynoma. He's trying to, you know, be calm, you know, and her mother is holding on to her like, baby, stay strong. He done gooped you, baby. Barry returned to the car. Robert turned on the engine, put the car in gear, and then Barry said, I can't do this. I can't go through with this. Everyone was stunned. My father was particularly appalled. Mother Gordy was mortified. And Mama was in a state of shock. But me, I didn't miss a beat. Okay, Robert, turn this car around and let's go back. Not one to show how hurt I was. I played his rotten game. Robert hesitated and I repeated, take us back, Robert. I wouldn't marry this man if he was the last man on earth. That's the strongest thing that you did since you've been in this relationship. I would make his ass pay, okay? You talking about gaslighting. Gaslighting? Girl, I know you on board with the company, but I would do all kinds of crazy shit to him, like I said. Instead of that conch jar that's sitting on the table right there, I would put meat in that shit. What is that? Magic shave in that shit. You think you cute? You think you smooth? You gonna play me in front of my parents? Put that magic shave in your head, bitch. So anyway, Mother Gordy, you know, because she got that kind of mind too, she like saying to herself, is my son stupid? Is you stupid, boy? You got the modest touch right here. If it wasn't for this girl, there would be no Hitsville. This girl is 90% the reason for the success of Hitsville right now, okay? So she goes into, Barry, think about what you're doing, Barry. You love her, don't you, Barry? That's your boo-boo. Y'all got a baby together. Don't you want Carrie to be legitimate? Barry like, I don't care. Take us back to Detroit. Okay. Robert slowed down, not knowing what to do. My father, who had been shaking his head in utter disbelief, now said over and over, ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Mama had not spoken, but if looks could kill Barry, would have been very dead. Mother Gordy began screaming, "Robert, turn around, turn around." Daddy shouted, "Ridiculous, just ridiculous." Robert sped up and slowed down and pulled over and did a U-turn. And I was yelling, "No, no, take us home." And soon nobody could hear anyone else in the confusion. Barry sat through all of this in a practically comatose state. No emotion apparent on his face. Barry exploded. "Stop. I can't stand this anymore. Stop the car and let me out. I'll walk back to Detroit. I can't stand this a minute more." We were now in the fast lane on the highway. "Oh no, motherfucker. It was my turn to explode. You're not getting out of here. This is your mess, and you're riding all the way back in it. There's no way you're getting out now." In Detroit, we dropped off Mother Gordy first. As we let my parents out at their house, Mama turned around, peeked her head in the window, and said, "Don't you give that nigga back his ring." Little did she know that Ray Noma bought that ring for Barry the Gordy to give to her. Why do women do that? Listen to me. If you gotta buy a nigga a ring to give to you, that's not the nigga. So next, they pulling up to Hitsville, okay? Celebrations everywhere. Hooray, hooray, congratulations, congratulations. Ray Noma looking at them like, "Shut the up talking to me. Ain't no merge. We didn't do it." Silent. Barry the Gordy went his way. Sugar Ray went her way. The day continued in a cold war between Barry and me. Nobody else had the fortitude to speak to me either. That night, Barry came into the bedroom and finally spoke. "Do you want to get married?" "No," I replied, thinking I'd never get over the morning's fiasco. He sighed. "Look, let's get married. We'll do it tomorrow, but without all the parents and razzmatazz and stuff. Just me and you." Would y'all have married him? I wouldn't. I'd have made his ass wait. And I would have gaslit his ass. I would have made him think that he was losing his goddamn mind. Did you blah, blah, blah? No. Because you didn't ask me to do it, Barry. What's wrong with you? What's going on with you? Do you need to take some ginkgo biloba or something? You never asked me to do that, Barry. So what are you talking about? Why do I get everything else right, but what you telling me to do, it don't come out right? Are you sure? Are you okay, Barry? Do you need some help? You want me to sign you up for a therapy session or something? Because I didn't get that email. And so the following morning, they returned to Toledo, not Toronto. Barry grinned and kissed me. We walked out the chapel hand in hand, ran down the steps and into the car. The drive back was quiet and serene. In the back seat, Barry put his head in my lap and fell asleep. I placed my hand gently on his brow and studied his face. I thought about how far we had come together and how much further we would go. And for all the bounty of goodness and richness that God had given me, nothing could compare to this gift of love that I felt between us. We returned from getting married and simply went back to work. Now, the honeymoon was something different. Let's talk about the honeymoon. Girl, ooh, he gooped you, girl. He gooped you, girl. So, anyway, on her honeymoon at their house, because they ain't go nowhere, right? You know, because work comes first. So, they had the house, right? You know, she's soaking herself in Bath and Body Works. You know, she done curled her hair perfect. You know how we do. You know how we do, ladies. We put Vaseline or baby oil or, you know, shimmery shims, squirting, you know, squirt, squirt. You know, so it could be a shower of smell goods on us, you know, soak in a tub, just in case we ate some fish that day, you know, because what we eat comes out, you know what I'm saying? You know all the things we do. Put on some nice, beautiful, sexy music to get us in the mood, right? She laying on the end of the bed like this. Waiting for Barry to come out the bathroom, okay? Ready. Because she thinking she going to get some of that Barry the Gordy D that day or that night, child, okay? Barry came out fully clothed. You hear me? With a suit on, 3-piece suit on, all right? Fully clothed. She like, this got to be a joke. This can't be real. I know this nigga ain't about to go out on the day we got married. Not our honeymoon, not my honeymoon. When he came out the bathroom, he ignored her. At the foot of the bed, he sat down to lean over and tie his shoe. I moved closer and touched his arm. You're not going out, are you? Yes, I am. Well, we just got married. This is our wedding night. So, what's the big deal? Barry stood up and went back to the closet, refusing to make eye contact. Then he moved quickly, patting his wallet pocket, smoothing his jacket, fussing with his do. I was dizzy. I was nauseated. See, he wouldn't be fussing with his do if you put that magic shave in that damn cockleen jar like I told you to. Oh, okay. Of course. I calmed as I realized this is a prank. He wasn't really leaving. I knew, even as his footsteps reverberated through the empty house and into the lobby. Each sound, the slam of the front door, his feet on the porch, the car door squeaking open, ripped at my heart. Only when I heard the engine start and continued down the street outside did it hit me with full force that he was gone. Not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe, because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. Now remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves. You babies have a good one. Peace.